Welcome back, everybody. If you are just joining us, we are on our 4th of 6 Christmas market food tours that we are doing in Europe this winter. And now we have arrived in the Czech Republic, Prague.
We have $50 US, which is about 1,200 Czech crowns, and we're going to show you the best way to spend it. So we are starting with dessert today. We walked by this stand called Prague Waffles and it smelled too good to turn up. The line's pretty long, so let's get in line and see what a Prague waffle is.
We have seen mini pancakes and a few other sweets, some gingerbread cookies, and also Plnene, which is a Hungarian chimney cake. However, those are super popular and you can find those on almost any other video. We haven't seen anyone film the Prague waffle yet, so that's kind of why we're starting with this little cute waffle dipped in chocolate and served on a stick. There's a lot to choose from. Each one is numbered with whichever you can get yours coated with.
Brandon has decided on the craziest one. He's getting the marshmallows and the sprinkles. He's got such a system going. He just claps at you and then you order through the window and then pay the ladies so that they can get it going. He's dunking them and putting the chocolate on like to order. So he toasts the waffles up, puts the chocolate and then the toppings and you get on your way. 180 I think I paid. I'm not sure. It was so fast.
I can't believe that they're making them fresh to order.
I am so excited for this. It smells so good. So we let it harden a little bit. The stall was so cute. The waffles, he's making them and then he lets them sit for a second, puts them back into the toaster so that they're nice and warm, every single one. He puts the chocolate on it and the chocolate comes out wet. So there's a bunch on your plate. There's so many toppings to choose from. We were behind 4 kids and every single person got the same one that we did. So we must get the kid favorite one. We let the chocolate harden a little bit because when it comes out, it's like dripping chocolatey so that all the toppings stay on there. Now I have had a Belgian waffle before. I've never had a Prague waffle, so I'm excited to see how it sticks up to the Belgian waffle.
All right, since I'm the one who chose the children's option, I get to the first bite. And I'm actually kind of glad that we let it harden like a candy, but we took a full-blown photo shoot with this thing. We thought it was so Christmassy and fun. That is great. Whoa, I can't believe it. First thing is first is that waffle is absolutely perfect. It's a little bit underdone. So the cool thing about it is that it's soft, like a Christmas cookie. The sprinkles and the marshmallows add such a cool, crunchy, and soft texture to it. And the chocolate is super high quality. I can't believe this was a little pricey for our first bite, and starting with sweets is new for us, but this is a perfect little dessert. It's so Christmassy. I would totally recommend that you get one of these when you come to the Prague Christmas market. It's so fun, and he's making them to order and everything. That is a cool little Christmas vibe.
Dude, Brandon wasn't lying. This is great. And look how beautiful this market is. I think that this is the prettiest market we've been to ever in Europe. Those are big words, but look at it. It's insane. This is like the perfect place to eat a nice little treat. Quick break from the market to show you our hotel. We booked this through Expedia.com and you can use this QR code on the screen to check it out. This is the Numa Route Hotel, about a 15-minute walk from Old Town and the most perfect location. The bed is super comfortable, the bathroom is big, the property has a digital entry, and they have a laundry room and luggage storage. Each room comes with coffee, tea, water, and a kettle, and if you become a Numa member, you will receive in-room welcome drinks and snacks. Again, use that QR code on the screen for our affiliate link. We paid $94 a night right in the middle of December, which is a super high season here in Prague. Okay, back to the market tour.
All right, from one food with a stick to another. We saw somebody walking with what looked like a hot dog, but it was actually a chicken and veggie skewer on a hot dog bun. So we've located the stand here. We're gonna give it a shot next.
Okay, so I was so excited for this chicken skewer because the smell of meat and onions, and you could even smell the peppers in the air as you're walking by, and it looks freaking amazing. However, the bun is cold. He just grabbed a bun off of the counter, and I thought that the bun would be like toasted or like warmed a little bit. The bun's like ice cold, which is a bummer. I think I'm just gonna try this skewer without the bread because I don't want the cold bun in it. But look how gorgeous this is. Insane.
There is onions, peppers, chicken. There's even bits of bacon inside of there. Look at that. And then huge chunks of chicken. I think that the bread is just so that you can carry it without making a mess and they don't have to give you a plate.
Yeah. Oh, something weird as we're talking about this with no plate, as I'm just raw dogging a bun in my hand. their cups here are not reusable. They're paper cups, so there's no deposit taken. We haven't seen any plates. We haven't seen anything that you get a deposit for, which if you watched our last videos in Germany, everywhere had a deposit. From the cups to the plates to the forks, here, there's no reusables.
All right, on that note,
let's go.
Use your recyclable plate and eat this thing.
Right? Oh, the flavor is great. Wow. They must brush it with something. Oh, it's so good. It's just cold. It's such a bummer because it looks so good up there.
It tastes like it's seasoned with a little bit of garlic powder and maybe a little bit of paprika. It's pretty simple, a little bit spicy. When you get a bite of the bacon, that's the best part. The chicken is tender and moist, and the onions and peppers are grilled to perfection.
Man, if this was hot, it would be a 10 out of 10. Maybe come when it's busier. We're here on a Monday night and the crowds have significantly died down from the weekend. So maybe when it's busier, they have to make it fresher.
I will say this was 182, so that's the same price as the waffle, and I think it's bigger, definitely healthier.
That's why you got your plate, right? So we have yet to have anything to drink, and we've done alcohol on the last 3 videos, so I'm gonna get something non-alcohol for all the kids out there. We are doing hot chocolate at this Prague chocolate stand. It's so tiny. It's 80 Czech kroner, but it looks so thick. No wonder it's so small. He told me to put some cinnamon on top, so I added cinnamon to it. So I think this is like $3.50. I have tried real hot chocolate in Belgium once, and it was so thick I couldn't eat the whole thing, so I'm really glad this is a small cup. I do wish that it was a Christmas cup, not like a throwaway one, because I would love to keep a little shot glass like this. So we just Googled it, and this is like a famous hot chocolate place in Prague, so check them out. He also had samples up there. I just knew that I was definitely not gonna buy a 300 crowns worth of chocolate, so I didn't want to try anything and be rude. I just took my 80 crown hot chocolate to go. It's so cute. I don't want to drink it. It's also really hot. I wonder what it's mixed with. He didn't speak a lot of English, so I didn't want to ask too many questions, but he did tell me to put cinnamon on top. It's so thick.
It's all over your face.
It's so thick and creamy. It's just like a melted chocolate bar. I wonder if they even add anything to it or if it's just chocolate.
Like a melted chocolate bar? It's that thick?
Wait until you taste it. I wish I could pour some out so you could see how thick it was. It's good. Man, we're gonna be on chocolate overload today. Told you, look at your mouth. You don't know what to do with it. It's so thick.
Oh man, that is unlike the hot chocolate we get out of the package with the little marshmallows in it back home. Oh man, it is like a melted candy bar. That is a crazy amount of chocolate. You can just tell that is a super high quality chocolate. It's lightly bitter and it's definitely a milk chocolate variety. So thick it just coats your mouth and warms your stomach going down. This little cup of hot cocoa is a Christmas miracle. So one thing that is unique about the Prague Christmas market, they accept Czech crowns and they also take euros. And every single stall is tap to pay, which is a game changer. All right, let's go see if we can find some more traditional Czech food to eat on this Christmas market food tour. This place really is amazing though. Horses are click-clacking in the background and the sound of like the grills all going and the holiday music in the background. This is a sight to behold.
As I finish my hot cocoa, we are here on a Monday and it is significantly less crowded than the last 2 days we were here. Definitely try and make your visit to the Prague Christmas market on a weeknight because look how much room there is. It was not like this 2 nights ago. Also, this market has a ton of food and drinks. Almost all of the stalls are for eating or drinking. There's hardly any trinkets. We have seen a few more markets around the city, so maybe that's where you get your trinkets from.
So what we are trying next is a famous Prague dumpling. They're called Knedlin, and it's from a famous restaurant that is here in Prague that we've had saved and been dying to try it. But they have a stall here in the Christmas market. So they have savory and sweet varieties, and I think at this point in our meal at this Christmas market, we are going to crave something with cheese and something savory.
What's it called?
Kendliky. They have all of them displayed, and they have rainbow colors. I cannot wait to try this delicious Czech treat. It's the size of a freaking baseball. Look at that. It reminds me of curry bun from Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Curry bun.
Okay, so there's like really nowhere to like put your stuff down unless you're like right in the middle of it and there's too much music. So we found this little stump. I'm gonna cut into it.
He's got them, they're back there baking them fresh and making them, but then they're staying nice and hot. Oh, look at how cheesy. It's a dumpling battered and fried, like, what are they called? Scotch eggs? But it's just cheese and garlic and spinach on the inside. And it looks like panko breading or some sort of a light breadcrumbing on the outside, and then they deep fry that entire concoction, and that is Kendliky, I think is how he said that.
I don't know why he gave you this hard thing to eat it in.
I think you gotta eat it with your hand.
This looks impossible.
Somehow I've mustered up the courage to get a little bite of everything in this. Woo! Whoa, it's so sour! Well, it's almost like a sour cream level of tartness. There's a ton of garlic flavor. The dumpling is perfectly salty, and it's so squishy. So the cheese is a great compliment there. But I love the outside breading by far the most on this thing because it is so crispy on the outside, and this thing stays hot forever. They come out of the deep fryer and they put them under a warmer, but we've been filming it and everything, and this thing is still piping hot. Some of the dumplings we've had at the restaurants are just kind of flat, like flavorless, doughy balls, but this one has a lot more flavor and a lot more going on. I really like it. I do think that it's hand food, though. You don't need a fork for this.
So I think we're about halfway. We should be about $25 if my conversion is correct. But we are going to leave the Old Town Square for a short walk away, headed to another market that we saw when we were on the tram.
Yeah, it is going to hurt our feelings to leave this beautiful Christmas tree behind, but we are headed towards Wenceslas Square to see what else we can eat.
If you are coming to Prague for the Christmas market, make sure that you give yourself a few extra days just to explore Prague. This city is majestic. From the cobblestone winding roads that you can get lost in the Old Town area to the medieval castles and all of the old stuff that you can see, make sure you give yourself time to see this city because there is so much more than just the Christmas market here. As you venture outside of the Christmas markets, things get much, much cheaper. You could get a beer in a restaurant for just 29 crowns, which is like 4 beers at the Christmas market. This is one of the most beautiful Christmas markets, but make sure you see the rest of the city as well. We have made our way to Wenceslas Square, which has a few different options, and I saw caviar. I've never seen that at a Christmas market. I'm gonna have to get some.
So this market is way more laid back than the last one that we were at, but they also have this amazing Christmas tree too.
Other tree's older brother. A little bit sad, a little bit not as lit.
It does look like a lot of the stalls actually repeat themselves over here. So if you are looking to escape some of those long lines on a weekend, definitely try this market out because I think that you'll be able to get something a lot quicker.
Caviar and Prosecco at a Christmas market. Could you ever believe this? This is huge. She made it so big. So total this was 190 pounds, and this is a huge piece of caviar. I think that it's more like salmon roe, but they did have black caviar like sturgeon available. It looks amazing. She brought out this little canapé to put it on, and it looks like it's a potato salad with the salmon roe on top, and I got a Prosecco because you can't have caviar without Prosecco. This is well worth the 190. This is the same price as the one waffle, so this might be a better deal. And I feel fancy. I am so excited. The only time I've ever had caviar was in Las Vegas. Oh, it's really good. This is like a creamy egg potato salad, and then the roe on top gives it a little bit of like a seaweed flavor to it. It's delicious.
You are a classy date, I'll tell you.
I do wish that the Prosecco was in a little bit of a nicer cup, but this will do.
Prague, you have answered my questions. It's really hard to find beer at these Christmas markets that we've been to, but we have Pilsner Urquell on tap, and they're selling corn too, so we're gonna get one of those also.
Prosecco and caviar and corn and beer. All right, I have a corn. He has a foamy beer. I think there's salt, and maybe squeeze some of that. See what it is.
Put some on the side. All right, 160 Czech crowns for this huge ear of corn and a big pint of Pilsner Urquell. This is the first time I've had a corn in the winter like this since the Sapporo winter market about a year ago.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they serve with Hokkaido butter. I don't think there's butter on this, just steamed. And they had salt on the side and some mayonnaise. I wasn't sure if that was for the sausages or for this, but we added a little of that.
The stick is so flimsy.
It's too hot to eat. I'm going again. I'm going second. Web redemption. It's so hot. The corn is good quality though. Nice and sweet and super juicy. Goes perfect with this Pilsner Urquell. Czechs are famous for their beer, and Pilsner Urquell is probably my favorite and the most famous. This is the Christmas that I've been waiting for sure. A beer and an ear of corn, dude. Sign me up.
So I'm gonna roll it in the mayo because that's how we like our elote because we go to Mexico all the time. So juicy. It's great with the mayo on it. I did not expect that corn and caviar would be the two things that I like the most at a Christmas market. Well done, Prague.
How busy this area is. There's so much room for walking space that you have all the time in the world to stop and check out the stands. This is one of the more spread out markets that we've been to yet on this Europe trip.
We've been seeing this honey wine at all of the stalls, so I know we just had 2 drinks, a Prosecco and a beer, but I'm gonna get another drink for this one. This is the most drinks we've had in one Christmas market, but I'm gonna try some honey wine. I think it's alcoholic.
Hello.
Does the honey wine have alcohol?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
It has like 11%, just like wine.
I love that. I'll have one small one, please.
Got it. Small is just this size. Is that okay?
I'll get a big one.
All right. I know I should have asked. Here we go. So it'll be 130 crowns.
May I take a card?
Of course.
Thank you. So I went with the large one for 130 crowns. It's just honey that's fermented and water. It's like a hot toddy, but the fermentation makes it as much alcohol as like a glass of wine. I'm super excited to try this. It smells so sweet, but he said that it's not going to be sweet.
It's nice and frothy. That's so interesting.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think that it would
fermented honey. Ooh, ooh, that's alcohol-y. I love this. How come I've never heard of this before? Literally a bartender and I've never heard of this. Nice and warm.
Oh, it's sweet. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. It tastes like honey
Yeah.
and wine. It tastes like honey wine.
He said it's made locally with their bees and it's just fermented honey and hot water. This is definitely worth a try when you come to the Prague Christmas market.
Yeah, I wonder, is that just a Czech thing? It had a Czech flag on the sign, so I'm wondering if it's a Czech thing or if everywhere does this. I haven't seen it at any other Christmas markets.
Ooh, I might like this more than Glühwein. Don't hate me.
I won't take a stance on this because I know this is a tricky subject, but it's got booze in it, it's warm, and it's at a Christmas market. I'm a fan.
We have not been very good at keeping track of how much more money we're spending here. I think that we're at like 1,000, maybe around there. So I think that we have 200 more Czech crowns to spend, which is like 10 US dollars. I think we're looking for one more food item, definitely no more drinks, and no more sweets. I've had so much chocolate today. Let's go see if we can get something savory.
I think that we have found the way that we are going to end this video out, and that is with a potato pancake. We've seen a horde of people around this place the entire time that we've been in Prague, and now is the time. One thing that is interesting is this place does everything by weight, so it doesn't have a set price for the potato pancakes, which is different, so we're not exactly sure how much this costs, but I really don't care at this point because we haven't had a potato pancake this entire Christmas market adventure, so now in Prague, this is the time.
So at this stand, the potato pancakes are gigantic, and she's making them fresh to order right now, so I'm hoping that we can get a really, really hot one. It also looks like, I think that they come with cabbage. Since it's by weight, I think if you add the cabbage, that adds more money, but I don't know. Hopefully it's under 300, right? So the line isn't actually that long. We're just waiting for them to be cooked fresh, which is so nice. I'm excited to have a hot potato pancake to end our night with.
I will always wait for hot food over cold food that's just sitting there.
He said that it was going to be a bit of a wait, so I got a beer, and then the other lady said that they were ready now, so it came up pretty quickly, so I didn't even need to get the beer. But another beer, another drink. We're getting drunk at the Prague one. I feel like that's appropriate for Prague, right? It's so big.
That is the biggest potato pancake I've ever seen at any Christmas market. Holy cow. It's the size of your whole torso.
So one thing different about this one is that the only option for topping she had was cabbage, and she was at the very end of hers, so the person in front of us got a lot of juicy cabbage, and I didn't really want the like sauerkraut juice on it, so I said no to that. Normally when you see these at the Christmas market, they come with applesauce or sour cream, so it's interesting that cabbage was the only choice on this. I do think that it's seasoned with something because it has a different color. It's like a greenish color.
Yeah, I think that might be the sauerkraut that they put into the batter.
It's so thick. It's
Whoa.
like the thickest thing. And when she was putting it into the oil, It was the thickest, creamy sauce. It looked like a pancake batter that she was putting it in. So there's definitely some sort of cornstarch batter in this that she puts with the shredded potatoes. It looks nice and crispy though.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a hash brown in your hand.
Yeah.
It looks like a hash brown meets a potato pancake meets sauerkraut.
This is way different than any potato pancake I've had at a Christmas market before. And it's definitely the biggest.
How much did we pay for this?
$2.80 with the beer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think we're over budget yet.
Anyway, I can't even eat anymore. We have to call it after this one. Ooh, the texture is so good. It's so crispy. She's cooking these all on a shallow pan, and it bubbles over and she flips it halfway through to cook this all the way. This has a perfectly flat crust on the bottom. The cabbage has an interesting flavor to it. It is like sauerkraut. It's not too salty, but it's a little bit herbaceous. It's greasy, it's crunchy, it's hot. This is a perfect Christmas food and an amazing way to end this epic food tour through the Prague Christmas markets.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I think we went a little bit over on this one, which was unexpected. I was not expecting to spend the most at the Prague market.
It was an incredible market though. It had one of the best backdrops that we've seen, and the food that we had was actually really good for the price.
Make sure you like this video. Go back and watch the other 3 that we've done. Next stop is Estonia. We're headed to Riga.
Merry Christmas. If you are feeling lonely this holiday season, give honey one a try. It's not a friend, but it's the only friend you need. Soap's got a good kick.